Good morning, a group who's watching this video. Well, it is the first time for me to record this video presentation. Actually, I have recorded this video for several times because I'm not getting used to looking at the camera to talk about a lot of things. And anyway, sorry about this anyway. I hope you will enjoy this video. Okay, let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about the leadership style. To make it simple, I will show you the pictures to see the main contents I'd like to talk about. And here comes the first part. Leadership has been widely discussed today as the leader's behavior can help the team to achieve the goals to a large extent. From my perspective of view, I see Miss Wang as an example of a leader who I had worked with her before in the Animal Association. And Miss Wang's leadership style, some words like experienced guide and people mover would always well describe her. For example, once we had a conversation, we talked not only about the work itself, but also she gave me the suggestions about my career development. And since that conversation, I had a better planning about my career, and I realized that she's more than a leader. I think more like a wise and old man who's always giving you the valuable suggestions. She's also a people mover who tends to care about the employees' update on their progress, and she has the talent to drive the new ideas and strategies because she can win the trust from others. The leadership style is effective because it establishes good relationship between leader and the employee. When the employees work in the harmonious environment, on the one side, it can enhance the working quality and then generate good working outcomes. And on the other side, for a company's human resource, you may guess, it is beneficial to reserve the talented people in the company as well. And the second part, I think the motivational style is the intensive mechanism. I remember one task was to come up with the ideas of raising the awareness of protecting the wild animals. We have 5 days enough for brainstorming, but it is weird. Anyone not seem to be interested to do this job at all. And well, Miss Wang organized an everyday meeting and encouraged us to speak out our own ideas. And everyone voted for the best idea, and the person who gave the best idea would gain a bonus gift. After 5 days, our group came up with the several wisdom and perfect ideas, and it was much easier to select the best one from the top 5 ideas. I think this motivational approach is effective. She observes the employee's condition and then applied incentive method to reach the good outcomes. And some people will think, oh, it is the responsibility for the employees to contribute their ideas to the team. But anyway, I think you see by this method, and the members finally came up with the ideas, so it successfully changed from the external motivation into the internal motivation. But personally, I think the external motivation like bonus gifts could be only used occasionally to increase the team's creativity, but not for frequent use. Okay, let's move on. And I made the conflict and the negotiating style in the same part because I think the conflict and the negotiation often happen in the same scenario. I like to describe her as a collaborative and democratic style leader and problem solver. And here is an example. During the time I worked with Ms. Wang, I remember we submitted the report to the leader at a higher level. Ms. Wang was told that the several ideas in our report was opposed to those of the sales department. Then the two departments held a meeting. argued and debate the conflicting ideas, and I can feel a tense environment at that time. In the end, the two departments thought their own views in the report were rational enough and feasible enough, and no need to make any modification. And Ms. Wang carefully analyzed the common goals, interests, and values between the two departments and held a meeting again with the sales department. In the meeting, Ms. Wang marked some contents in the two reports and pointed out if both of us made the adjustment on the report and the common goals and interests as well as the values would not change at all. And then she proposed a middle ground and specifically presented how could the modifications would work to reach an agreement. Finally, the sales department accepted this option, and I think she is acting as an effective leader regarding this style. Because when the conflict occurs, what Miss Wang had done shows that she is a collaborative person who tends to adjust her priority to reach a resolution. This does not mean she is trying to be compromised, and however, it is an effective way to break the deadlock and help the project go forward and smoothly. And in conclusion, I'd like to say in general, I think Miss Wang is an effective leader, but this does not mean she has no weakness. Sometimes she is a perfectionist and has a higher standard for the working outcomes. As you know, if she's not satisfied with your work, and she may ask you to redo this task, and it always lead to the project behind the schedule. However, the styles I talked in this video could not always have a positive effect on every leader. A leader, for example, no matter you are democratic or dominating the style, he or she would observe their own personality traits first, and as well as the working environment as well, to try to find the best suitable styles for themselves. And okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.